an equal sign, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you have a equal sign, you just cross multiply. Okay, that's the first step. You cross multiply 16x, 15y, right? Okay, so they want you to have the ratio x to y. In fact, x to y, right? This is the ratio format. Okay, actually, if you write it in the fraction format, right? You're supposed to get x over y. So ratio format and fraction format, they mean the same thing.
Yes.
Okay, if you express it in fraction. So basically, they want x over y lah. Okay, so this is from this to this, right? Is actually the reverse of cross multiplication. So you need to have 15y, right? So the 15 must be on top lah. So the 16 must be below lah. In order to have 16x and equal to 15y.
What does reverse mean? Like in this?
This is cross multiply, right?
Yeah. Oh. So.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So you cross multiply, you should get above. So now the reverse of it is like I give you above, you need to get it back into this format. That's called reverse. Right? So meaning like if I give you 2a equals to 5b. Okay?
Yes.
So if I want b over a, so how do you get?
2 over.
So 2 over 5. Why? Because if you do cross multiply, right, it's 2a equals to 5b, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is called the reverse of cross multiplication. This here to there is cross multiplication. Here to here is reverse of cross multiplication. Make sense?
Yes.
Easy?
Yeah.
Good. Next. And the next one. I might not follow what your teacher taught you in school, but this is my approach. Okay. Next is they say what? Find the ratio of this one, right? So you start with okay. So in fact, what they want you to do is this 275, right? Is actually 7 over 5. Okay, that is ratio to fraction format. So it's they are. I mean, you need to be good at how do you change from one form to another. The ratio format to the fraction format. The fraction format back to the ratio format. So then equal this one over this one. I think it's pretty simple. Just cross multiply. Can you try? Then now you need to do cross multiplication.
Yes.
Then continue. Hold on. Never mind. Good.
I get 17 over 2 if it's x over y.
Okay,
So
you
x over y
okay.
equals to
Hold on.
17.
You're supposed to get what?
Uh,
2x equals 17y, right?
Yes.
Then after that is x over y is 17 over 2, is it?
Yes.
Okay. So now what you do is, but what they want is actually 4x over 5y.
Yes.
Okay. So in a way, how do you decouple this? So okay, basically you change your 4x to 5y to this format. Okay. So how do you decouple this is 4 over 5 times x over y. Can you see it in this format?
Yes.
Can you see this as this?
Yeah.
So then therefore this you have your x over y, right, which is 17 over 2, right?
Yes.
Then your this is 0.8, then you times or 4, you can see as 4/5 times the 17/2, so that's your answer. Yeah, your 17/2, just
Because
replace.
17/2 equals to x over y. So
Yeah,
4/5 times
17/2, correct. Then just use your calculator and then you get the answer.
Okay.
So which is divide by 2, 2, divide by 2, 1. So it's 34/5. Yes, 34/5. So if they want you to find the ratio, because they want ratio, ratio means the 34/5.
Yes.
Okay, so it really depends what the question want. If they want in ratio, you need to express in ratio format. If not, you just express in this fraction format. Make sense?
Yes.
Then the last one also very simple. 2 and 1/4, right, is 9/4.
Yes.
This is the, in fact you can also write the ratio format in the divide. So divide by 6 is equal to m divided by 6/5. Can you continue from here? And then you convert this to the fraction format. Okay, so ratio, divide, and the fraction over is the same thing. So can you continue from here?
Seven over 10 equals 6
So what you should have is 9/4 times 1/6, right, is equal to m. This is divide, so it's times 5/6. So 5m/6 is equal to simplify. 3 is 3, 3 is 2, so it's 3/8. So cross multiply, which is 40m. 18, right? So m equals to 18/40. Then use your calculator, simplify.
I didn't get that answer.
Yeah lah, so which step you are wrong?
I think the step when it's like 9/4 divided by
Can you show the, so you see, this is not the way you write. When you write like this, I don't know whether you 9 divide by the 4/6. This is not the way to write. This is very confusing. You don't write like that because it's very confusing. It's confusing to you, it's confusing to the calculator, it's confusing to everybody. Do you know that you can see it as this? Or you can see it as this also. Okay, so which one is it? Which one you want? I don't know. So therefore you don't write this. That means you are not supposed to write two fraction over. So if you have over, you need to do this. And then you change the divide to, yes, and you end up with, you're supposed to only have one line. If you have two lines, in this case, very, very confusing. I don't know whether you want to take this case or you want to take that case. Even you type into your calculator also get confused. So you do it this way. Continue, redo this like. So next time, remember, when you never do over. Even they give you, let's say if I give you this, you don't do over. You don't write it as this. Don't. Okay? You write it as times. Okay? So all the time you only have 1/. Okay? But sometimes I understand the question want to give you 1/. Let's say they give you this. Over. But this over is very clear cut. What is this? by half. So you don't do 1 divided by half. Okay, you don't do it like over. You do 1 divided by half. And then you try to do the times. So understood. Okay? So you don't try to do it this way, unless the question give you. Okay, 1 over is very confusing. Because like for example this 2, right? You can see it as this, you can also see it as this. The question wants this, you see as this, wrong already. Okay, can you redo that question?
Equals to 40M.
No, m equals to what? No, the question want m. Okay. Slowly.
Thank you. 2.20
No, fraction.
over 9.
Let me see. Wait. 18 equals to 40m. What's the answer? 18 equals to 40m. So a lot of students, they don't know, okay, should I take 18 over 40 or 40 over 18? So how do you decide?
80 divided by 40.
So you just, how do you get m? Ask yourself, how do you get m? How do you get m here?
M divided by 40.
This one also must divide by 40. Then you know it's 18 over 40. Then you will not make mistake like, oh, 40 over 18 or 18 over 40. So there is no argument over like whether I should take 18 over 40 or 14 divided by 80. Right? This is very clear cut, right? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because in order to reach from 40m to m, I have to get rid of the 40, which is divide by 40, right? So if you right hand side divide by 40, your left hand side also must divide by 40. So that's what I get. And then you use your calculator and then you can get it. Which is?
9 over 20.
Yeah. So it's 9 over 20 the answer?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Now, okay, I need to check.
Last one. This one is the distance, right? So, in order to solve this question, you need to be able to sketch a simple, like you need to sketch the journey out. Okay, if you cannot sketch the journey out, right, it's hard to solve this kind of question. So a car leaves town A, town B, okay. A, B. Simple sketch now. Then which are okay, so this is so at an average speed of 72. Okay, this is the car one. Then at the same time a truck leaves town B, so basically they will meet each other lah. travel along the same road as the car at the average speed. So the truck is 38 kilometer per hour. Okay, something like this. The simple sketch. Then you should know lah. So basically the car, right, will travel da, 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 then the truck will travel da, 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 then they'll somehow meet lah. If they don't meet, they will somehow like so called cross each other. Then the truck will continue, and this one also continue. But somehow they will meet at one point lah. Okay, so now it says what? It's given that the distance from A to where the car and the truck meet is x. So that means this is x. Okay, the point where they meet. Okay, simple sketch. Right? So how do you find where they meet? How do you find where they meet? Very simple. Just find where if this is x, this will be 550 minus x, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Car start, truck start. So what is the same? They start together, right?
Yeah, they start together.
Then they meet. If this car travel 1 hour, the truck also travel.
1 hour.
Correct. So the time is the same.
Why is the same?
Because start the same. The difference is the difference is in the distance, because the speed, but the time is the same.
Okay.
Let's say they start at 8, they meet at 9, so
1 hour.
both travel 1 hour. So the time is the same. That is the key concept here. The time is the same. So how do you find the time by the car? Time car is distance divided by speed.
Yes.
Then the time truck is given by the distance 550 over 38. So these two is the same. So you just form a equation. Can you solve this cross multiply? Yeah, on another piece of paper. Yeah, so the key concept here is the time traveled by both the car and the truck is the same.
X equal to 360.
Yeah. So 360 is here, then the other one is okay, done?
Yes.
That's how you solve this. Okay, any more question?
I don't think so.
Or any concepts over here that you still need some further clarification?
Like I need
I
help
mean,
with volume.
Uh-huh.
Like
Mm-hmm.
like in this question is talking about
Mm.
like I don't understand like how do I
Empty,
solve like
fill up. Mm-hmm.
one water go in
Mhm.
and another water go out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this way of question, right?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Mm-hmm. So this kind of question is, you have this, then you have the in, and then you have the out.
Yes.
Okay, so you need to find the resulting rate, whether this resulting rate is out or in. Okay, it's just like this kind of question can be can be seen as let's say you make $2,000 a month. You spend $2,001 a month. Do you think this kind of scenario is sustainable? You spend more than you make,
Yes.
so every month you lose.
Use $1.
Yeah, every month you overspend by $1.
Yeah.
Do you think this is sustainable? Sustainable means can you carry on?
No.
No, right? So imagine after 1 year you somehow you overspend like $12. Maybe you go and borrow money lah.
Yeah.
So this is not sustainable. Okay?
Yeah.
Because every month the resultant is overspend by $1 leh. Understand?
Yes.
Okay? So same thing lah. So for the in out one so let's say you in 2 liter per minute, then you out 1 liter per minute. So the resulting will be in is still in is plus out is minus.
Yeah.
So the resultant is still 1 liter per minute in. So basically if this scenario happens, right, so basically you still have the chance of filling up the tank.
Yes.
Okay? So that's the idea. That's the idea how you should look at this question. Okay? That's the fundamental ideas. Okay? So of course how to solve this question, then we have to look at the question. But this is the idea. You understand the idea?
Yes.
Okay. So for this, full empty in 10 minutes. So that means the outflow rate is 1/10. Yeah, 1/10. This is the in minute. This is in minute. Okay. Then it will fill up to its maximum level in 8 minutes. So the in rate, the inflow rate is 1/8. Okay. So it take 8 minutes to fill up and 10 minutes to empty. So in fact there is a resulting rate, right?
Yeah.
So the resulting rate is this in minus the out. If you get positive, that means you can fill up lah.
Yeah.
If you get negative, that means there is no way you can fill up. So what's the resulting? So this is called the resulting rate.
It's 1/40.
Okay, good. So this is the
40.
okay.
Yes.
Okay. So this is the resulting rate. Then what I say, if Eric forget to plug means let it empty lah. How long will it take to fill up to its maximum if the plug is removed? Okay. It will fill up to the so then you 1/40 lor. Because the tank is 1
Yeah.
So 1/this 1/40, given that the out rate and the in rate they happen together. So therefore the answer is what? 1/this 1/40, so it's 40 minute. So the answer is 40 minute, right? Yeah. Is the first answer 40?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then calculate the amount of water wasted if the capacity of bathtub is approximately 500. Calculate the amount of water wasted if the capacity of the bathtub is approximately. Okay, good. So in order to fill up to 500 liter, so the capacity of the bathtub is approximately 500 liter. Oh, okay. So instead of 1, we don't need to play with 1. We play with 500. Because they tell us the capacity is 500 liter.
Yes.
Then instead of using 1, we replace with 500. So you get 50 here. This is liter per minute. Then this one, can you help me out with this? 500/8.
100 meaning
Give me a mixed number.
62 and half.
Liter per minute. So the resulting rate will be 12.5 liter per minute. Okay? So what they say? Hence calculate the amount of water wasted if the capacity of light bulb is approximately 500. So for 40 minutes, so 40 minutes you waste, the outflow is 40 times the 50 lah. Yeah. Make sense? That's how much you waste. Then calculate the extra cost incurred by Eric for his absent-minded if a water tariff imposed is this. So just use this times the 2000. That's the money lost. And then your this money lost need to be 2 decimal places. Okay? Can? Can or not?
Yes.
So in a way, right, this what in out, right, can be tested like this. Okay, let's say okay, this one is a bit extreme lah, like you spend more than you make. So let's say you make 2100 and you spend 2000. So they will ask roughly like after how many months you save to the sum of like I don't know 40k, you know, that kind of thing.
You just minus.
Yeah lah, you minus then use this divide by the 100 difference.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, same idea lah, same idea. Okay. Any other stuff? Yellow note.
Yes. I'm not sure they do this, but yeah, I think
Let me take a look.
because I tried this before during lesson, but I could not get it.
So that means you need help lah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it says this one took part in a race and swam an initial distance of this at the average speed. She
But
then cycled a further distance.
I understand this question, but somehow
Can you
I
do a
cannot
sketch
get
first? You need to
phone
do a
number.
sketch.
Because I cannot get the
Whole number.
whole number.
Never mind, you do a sketch first. And sometimes you might not get whole number. Might not get, because it can be 2.5 hour ma, or it can be 2 and 1/3 hour. So can you do a sketch first? Simple sketch. Then you try to get the answer first, even though the answer might not be a whole number. And let me just take a look at your approach. The approach is more important than the answer, right?
Take one. this first part, right?
Mm-hmm.
She said that she took part in the race and swam an initial distance of
Mm-hmm.
2,000 meter.
So this is the swim race. I mean, this is the swim distance. And later got the cycle distance. Yeah.
Oh, it's a cycle and swim.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah. So you need to sketch like for the swim distance. That's for the first part. Then you should have the cycle distance, if I'm not wrong. That means that's the on top of
yes.
the swimming. So you need to extend your distance. But the second part is for cycling.
Yes.
Mm. Okay.
Wait, let me check something.
Mm. Okay. Just take a picture of the question.
Is it 10 over 21 hours?
I don't know, but we can try. Okay,
But
good.
it's very wide.
Okay, so you have this swimming distance. Then okay, so you need to change it. Okay, you either play with the hour, you play with seconds. So over here you need to change it to kilometer, because this is in kilometer per hour.
Then it's 2K.
Yeah, it's 2k, so it's 4.2 kilometer per hour. So if you use this divide by that, so can you, I think you get the answer already. 2 divided by this 4.2, what you get?
No, I did a very
Yeah, silly lah, 2000 divided by 4.2, right?
yes.
So next time if you get like some like 100 hours, then you know 100 hours is 3 days, you cannot swim for 3 days. You understand or not?
Yes.
Okay, but never mind. Okay, let me just let's just go through this question together. Just 2 divided by 4.2. Remember you cannot swim for 3 days
10/21.
Okay, so it's 10/21 hour.
Yeah, I got that.
So 2 divided by 4.2 lah, basically.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I got it. I made 4.2 into meters.
Don't. Just 2 divided by 4.2.
Yeah.
So that's the hour. Okay, so part 1 done. Okay.
Yes.
Then her average speed for the entire this. Okay, so therefore, right, then once you get this answer already, which is I think is easy, then they say what then she then cycle a further of 20 kilometer. So I know it's not very proportional lah, but I think it's good enough, because it should be 10 times more. It should be 10 times this, because 2 kilometer and 20 right?
Yeah.
So it should be 2 times, so just make it more representative lah. Okay, so for this then x also, so is this what 10/21 hour, right?
Yes.
And this one is x hour, right?
Yes.
So how do you find the average speed? The average speed is given by
20 km plus 20.
okay formula first. Average speed is by total distance
Time divide by time.
divided by total time. Yes.
Yes.
So therefore your total distance is 22 lor. Then you divide by the total time, which is this 10 plus the x, right?
Yes.
Can you see divide? Therefore you need a bracket.
Yeah.
Then average speed is 15. So your job is to cross multiply and get this out.
Oh, yeah.
So that's it lah.
Yes.
So I hope you can see this 15/1. So
Yes,
cross multiply.
multiply.
Then you have 15. This 10/21 plus x 22. So this is 150/21. So just use calculator lah mainly.
Yes.
Then just
22 minus 180/21.
150
Yes.
Then you just can you get this out? So x equal, so basically get this out first, then you divide by the 15. That's the x. So that's the time lah, in hours for the second. Get the result out first, then divide by 15.
It is 1 and 47/6. 60.
Okay, let me quickly. No, it should be 104 over. Double check. Should be 104, 105. This is the answer. Yep. Should be 104, 105. 104 over 105 lah. Leave your answer in minutes and seconds, correct to nearest. Okay, good. So 104, 105, this is in hour, right? Minute and second, right? So times 60, so it's 416 over 7, this is in minute, right? This is in minute, so just express this is in so mixed number, so it's 59 minute and 3 over 7 minute, so 3 over 7 minute is 60, so it's 26 seconds because 25.7. Okay, but anyway, your job is to get this. Once you get this, then you can convert. Okay, so basically you should end up with this lah. Okay, total distance divided by the total time. Okay, so remember actually when it comes to speed and distance time question, right, you always need to take care of the unit. Look at the unit. The unit always sometimes play tricks. Okay, anything else from this?
No.
Okay, then take a look at your.
I have some question with the paper too.
Good.
Like the last few questions, it's like I don't know, is it because my mind was like doing something else, but I don't know the answer. And yeah, but I did this out, but I don't know how to do it. The last few questions.
So let me just launch. Let me launch the paper. Xingming
Yeah.
Can you step on? Okay, no need, thanks. Never mind. Okay, good. Which question you say?
I need the last few questions.
Okay, last week question.
17,
17.
18, 19. Yes.
This one Okay, let's talk about the number pattern first.
Yeah, I cannot find it.
Okay, good. What's the pattern by the way?
I cannot find the pattern.
Oh, okay.
So I cannot do it.
Maybe it's not the same difference, is it?
It's not the same difference.
Oh, okay,
it's
good.
Different difference.
Good.
One's adding like he keeps
Okay,
adding
so
lines.
number dot this is 5, then this is 7, I guess this is 9 lah.
Yes.
Then this will be 25 already.
Yes.
Right? Then this one is what? 6. This is 10. And this is
14, if I'm not wrong.
plus 14 lah.
Plus 14.
So it's 32, is it?
Yes.
Let's do a okay. Number of smallest right angle triangle. Okay, let's assume it's correct first. So they say number of dot. In fact, the number of dot, right? So you see, this is figure 1 is 4, figure 2 is 9, figure 3, figure 4, then this is 16, this is 25. So you can see there is no same difference, right? So if there is no same difference, we cannot use the first number. Yeah, plus difference bracket n minus 1, that formula. Then therefore, but I think you can see that 4 is equal to 2 square, then this is equal to 3 square, then this is equal to 4 square, then this is equal to 5 square. Okay? So for the first figure is actually I will say the n plus 1 square, because this is 1 plus 1 ma. Then this is 2 plus 1 square, then this is 3 plus 1.
Why?
So
Something
4
like
is 1.
that.
Then after fn, right? Fn is n plus 1.
Yes.
Okay? Then of course you can open it up or you can choose not to open up, but I think this is good enough. That's for part C, part 1. Okay? Find the number of dots for 37, so it's 37 plus 1 square. 38 square.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 38 square. So for my expression n for the number of the smallest right triangle for figure n. So yeah, this is the interesting part. 25 not. Let me see.
Number of dots.
How? Okay. How do you get the dot? What's the pattern? Is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay lah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay lah. This is 1, 3, 5. That means I'm expecting 9 dots.
Yeah.
I'm expecting 9 dots here. Is it like this? Wait, let me see the structure. Oh, okay, I know what to do already. Hold on. One, three, five. Basically this is the one lah. This is figure 4, right?
Yeah.
Mm. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. So this is figure 4. So the number of right angle. So 1, 2. Oh, okay. Maybe I can see it this way also. This one is 1, 2, right? 2, 2, right? So this is 2. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 2. This is 6. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10. Okay? So this is 2. This is 2 plus 6. Then this is 2 plus 6 plus 10, right?
Yeah.
And this one is
2 plus 6 plus 10
2 plus 6 plus.
10 plus 14.
Let me see. Okay. Yes. How? Let's see. Oh, I can see already. You need to see the thing as 2. So this one is 2 times 1. This one is 2 times 1 plus 2 times 3. This one is 2 times 1 plus 2 times 3 times plus 2 times 5. Okay. Okay, what I'm trying to say is figure 1 you will have 1, 2. Figure 2 you will have the odd number 1. I mean you have the first odd number and the second odd number. Then this one you will have the first, second, third odd number. Okay. Then this one will be 4.
Then how about
Figure n.
40 odd? What is figure 40? Then how do you find the odd number?
40 okay, 40 So basically you need to have 2 times the 1. Okay lah, what I'm trying to say is this. If you sum it up, right, you see what this is. Take out the common factor is 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7.
Yes.
Okay, so that means your figure 40 is going to be 2 times 1 plus 3 plus
Blah, blah, blah.
5 plus 7 until you have 40 of this.
Yes.
40 of this is how much? That means that means basically you need to first 40 odd number. Okay, so how many? This is 5, 5, 5. So you need 8 of them lah. 对吧? This is 21. Hold on. So this is. I don't think they will test you like 40 of them lah, because it doesn't make sense lah. Because they just want you to realize the pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 51. Okay. Okay. So then there is a pattern for it lah. So this is 10. So this is 25, right? 20. 30. Then this is 45, 30, 75, right?
Yes.
Then they might continue first. So this is 50, 50, then this is 125.
Just add 40.
It's add 50, 50, right?
Yeah, 50, 50, yes.
Then you just add another 50, you add until
The 8
yeah, until this one.
Yes.
Okay? Then you just add all this up. Then you two times it. Okay? I don't think they will test you the figure 40 lah, but yeah. Yes. Okay? That's the way to do it lor. Can?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. Yeah lor, quite interesting this question. Okay. I think they will test you the figure maybe 22 like something like that lah. Easier. Otherwise it's too much. Okay, good. Next.
Just 18. Is it like one of this? Yeah, I don't need this help.
Oh
right?
yeah. So you need
Because
the
I haven't buy my set.
yeah, you need to buy the set square leh.
Yeah, I haven't buy it.
I went to Queenstown Secondary School. It cost $450.
I buy in Popular.
Yeah, please do it. Please do it. Then you get to draw this because I already taught them how to draw already. Okay. Okay, can. This one. Did we talk about what is prism?
No.
Okay, then
you
good.
taught me cylinder.
Cylinder. Okay, good.
Yes.
So today let's talk about what is called a prism. Actually, cylinder is a type of prism. Okay, so how do you call a figure a prism? Okay, so this is a cylindrical. This is a cylinder.
Is it if it is?
So this
called
is a
prism when
cylinder.
it's like tall, like it's like
Uniform layer.
yeah, uniform layer.
Yeah. Okay. So in fact, if you have a okay, let me just go to the. I think we talk about it leh. But never mind lah, just. Okay, if you look at this, right?
Yes.
I think if you look at this is the base, if this is the base, right? Then you try to cut it. And then you get a uniform layer, right? That means this layer, imagine you remove this layer and then you compare this layer to this layer. They are the same layer.
Yes.
Okay. So if you can do this, they have the uniform layer. So that means this I consider this first layer lah. This is the third layer lah. So if your first layer is equal to the third layer, so then this will be the base, and this will be the height. Okay. So now this is the prism lah. Okay. But for this, right,
It's not a prism.
it's not a prism. Why? Because you see.
The first and the third is not the same. It does not have the same.
Correct. So if you compare your this one, it's very different, right? Okay. Your first layer and the second layer is so different. So this is not a prism. But this cube actually is a prism. If you can cut it this way, right?
Yes.
So this layer. And the third layer is the same. Okay, but this one is not a prism because you don't get a uniform layer, right?
Yes.
Then this one also not a prism because you don't get the same, right?
Yes.
This one it is.
It is a prism.
You get the same one, right? This one is not. This one also is not. No,
Yes.
Okay, so therefore, right, so the volume for prism is given by base area times the height. Okay?
Yes.
So therefore, if you look at the volume for the cylinder, this
It's
so
the
is
same
the
thing as cube.
is the same thing as the cube lah. So it's base area. In this case, the base area is circle area of circle lah.
Yeah. In terms of height.
Yeah, times the height of the prism.
Yes.
Then for this one, this is a prism
Yes.
so this is the this is a triangle area,
Yes.
which is the base
Times the height.
times the height. This is the height. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, when I put my phone like this in real life, they call this the bottom or the base. But when we look at the prism doesn't mean when we put this one flat, let's say I put it this way. If I put it this way, it doesn't mean this one is the bottom. In real life it is.
Yes.
But if you consider this is the bottom you kind of like see it doesn't work. Because you see this at the bottom, that means you try to cut it this way. You don't get uniform
Yeah.
layers. Right?
Yes.
If you don't get uniform layer, then you cannot consider this is the base.
Yes.
Then you need to consider the other one. Okay? So sometimes you get a shape, right? You need to like somehow like turn it around a bit, then to see if you get a uniform layer.
Yes.
Okay? So therefore if you look at this question, right? So basically they ask you the curved surface area also. So let's see. A trapezium base prism. So this is a prism lah. So I think the layer is the same here.
Trapezium.
Yeah. So
Is it trapezium like?
so this is the trapezium. Okay? And then the height is this. Okay? Can?
Yes.
Because only if you slice it like this then you have a uniform layer. Okay? Yeah. So they ask what? Given that the curved surface area of the cylindrical tunnel, that means just this piece, the curved surface, that means this part only. The curved surface area is 2200. So in a way it's like the curved surface is given by the circumference of this or perimeter times the 35 lah. So in a way it's the 220 divided by 335. That will give me the perimeter of the circle, which is this. Can you help me out?
It is 62 and 6/7.
No, just okay. Oh, you give me a mixed number only when it's a final answer. So in intermediate step, just give me improper fraction.
Improper fraction.
Yeah.
24/7. 440/7.
440/7. Okay, so this is the perimeter. So the perimeter of the circle is 2 pi r. So they ask you to take r as pi as 22/7. Okay.
Why is it so that 2,200 divided by 35 equals the perimeter of the circle? Isn't it the area of the circle?
I think we talked about this the other time. They say the surface area of the cylindrical tunnel also means the round this side
Yeah.
sorry This one is 2200. Okay. So this side, right, if you open it up, right, it's actually
Yes, rectangle paper.
yeah, and this is 35, and this is the breadth,
Oh,
and the breadth is actually the perimeter of the
yes.
yeah.
It's a perimeter.
That's the reason why I say perimeter of the circle, right?
Yeah.
Then therefore you get the R 7 cancel, so R is 440 divided by 44, so 10. Okay. So it's 10. So the total volume of the cage, pretty simple. Total volume.
What does the cage mean?
Cage I think is the entire thing. Because they say the diagram below shows a cage. The entire thing. So the entire thing is the volume plus the volume of the prism
Times.
plus the volume of this cylinder.
Yes. I think I know.
Yeah.
But how do you find the area of the prism?
You mean the total surface area of the cage? Are you talking
Yes.
about the last part?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. So there is no fixed formula because this is a composite figure. So when it comes to a composite figure, you have to find one by one. Okay? So how many surface you have? That's the question you ask yourself.
But okay, but for volume, right, isn't prism area times the height?
For volume, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you find the what's the prism's area so that you can find the volume of the whole prism?
Yeah. So in a way, that's why. So this one is same lah. But this one, the base area is a circle. So I will write down area of circle times the h, which is 35. This one is 10, so it's pi r squared, so it's 10 squared. Done. Okay?
Yeah.
Then this one, the h, okay, so that's why it's important you identify that which one is the base. Just now we discussed that we must cut like this, right?
Yes.
So the base is this one,
Yeah.
which is the, okay, so the base area will be area of trapezium,
Yes.
then times the h.
Yes.
So the h in this case is 20.
Yes.
So the area of trapezium, yes. So area of trapezium, how you look at it, it depends how you look at it. Okay? A trapezium is a composite figure. Okay? Trapezium is a composite figure. So if I'm not wrong, so if I get a trapezium, so let me just get this trapezium out. What I see is this is 24. Then I see below is
Do you
50.
make it into like
This is 43.
triangle?
This is 25. So it really depends how you look at it. You can see it as 1 plus 2. That means figure 1 plus figure 2. Or you can also see it as, it really depends how you look at it. You can also see it as this.
Yes.
You can even see it like this. I really leave it to you. Okay? Let's take a 5-minute break, then we'll come back to look at this together. Okay?